Picture this: a quiet suburban street just before sunrise. The sky is bruised with shades of blue and amber, the world still half asleep. And in a modest driveway sits a car that has quietly rewritten family history for decades. A car that has survived changing trends, economic shifts, and automotive revolutions. A car that some say is boring yet millions trust with their most precious cargo. This isn't just a car review. This is a story of how the 2026 Toyota Camry might just be the ultimate modern family sedan, and why it matters more today than ever. For as long as many of us can remember, the Camry has been something like that reliable friend who never lets you down but also rarely shows off. It didn't scream. It didn't flare up. It didn't try to impress with wild spoilers or dramatic roars. It simply worked. But times have changed. Families don't just want reliable anymore. They want something safe, futuristic, comfortable, efficient, and yes, just a little exciting. So Toyota did something bold. They didn't just tweak the Camry, they evolved it. The 2026 Camry isn't the quiet background character anymore. It's finally stepping into the spotlight. A design that finally turns heads the first time you see it. The reaction is instant. Wait, that's a Camry. Gone are the days of safe, conservative lines. The 2026 model brings sleek sculpting, aggressive LED lighting, and a stance that feels bolder and more confident than ever before. The grille is modern without being obnoxious. The profile flows like a luxury sedan. There's even a subtle presence like it's whispering, "Yes, I'm practical, but I can still impress." This isn't the car your parents settled for. This is a family sedan with presence. Inside, where life really happens. But a family car isn't judged by looks alone. Its true story is told inside. Open the door and you're greeted by a cabin that feels warm, welcoming, and shockingly upscale. Toyota has finally found the sweet spot between premium and practical. Soft touch materials replace hard plastics. The dash curves gently toward the driver. Ambient lighting adds a calm, modern glow at night. And then there's technology. A large infotainment screen centers the interior like a digital command hub, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. A crisp digital instrument cluster that feels straight out of a luxury car. And the interface, smooth, clean, intuitive. Families will love the extra light. Kids will love the charging ports everywhere. Parents will love the peace. It's quiet, peaceful, almost therapeutic. Like Toyota decided the interior shouldn't just transport passengers, it should protect their sanity. Power meets responsibility, but the true magic is under the hood. Toyota knows the world is changing. Gas prices rise, environmental concerns grow louder, and yet drivers still crave power, smoothness, and confidence. So the 2026 Camry leans deeper into hybrid power. The acceleration is responsive without being dramatic. The ride is smooth without feeling disconnected, and the whisper quiet hybrid system means city streets feel calm and effortless. It delivers great fuel economy without guilt, and it does it without making you feel like you compromised responsible performance. That's the phrase that defines this car. Safety, the silent guardian. But let's talk about what truly matters for families. Safety. This is where the 2026 Camry quietly becomes a hero. Toyota Safety Sense returns better, smarter, sharper, with improved collision prevention, adaptive cruise that feels more natural, better pedestrian detection, lane assist that doesn't feel intrusive, and smarter cameras that see more than you ever could. It's not just technology, SE reassurance. Every parent knows that moment a glance into the rearview mirror where you see your sleeping child, or your teenagers laughing, or your partner resting after a long day. And in that moment, you realize this car isn't about horsepower. It isn't about badges. It's about protecting your world. And the Camry understands that. Why the Camry still matters in a world obsessed with SUVs and massive crossovers. A simple question appears. Why choose a sedan at all? Because sedans have something most SUVs have forgotten. They're grounded, connected, stable, lower to the road, and often more efficient, quieter, and surprisingly more refined to drive. The Camry isn't trying to be something else. It isn't pretending to be rugged. It isn't promising mountains it won't climb. It focuses on what most families actually need: comfort, space, affordability, longevity. And that's where the Camry still shines brighter than most. It's not a trend. It's a legacy. The emotional truth: here's something many car reviews won't tell you. Cars aren't just machines. Cars become a part of your life story. The Camry is the car that takes your child to their first day of school. The car that sits outside after your first job. The car that carries luggage to your first real vacation. The car that patiently waits while you grow up, fail, succeed, cry, laugh, and live. And years later, when it still starts on the first turn of the key, you realize it wasn't just transportation. It was a quiet witness to your life. And that reliability, that loyalty, that's rare in today's world. So, is it the best family sedan? Is the 2026 Toyota Camry flashy enough to steal attention from luxury brands? Maybe not every time. Is it powerful enough to satisfy? Probably not built for that. But is it comfortable? Exceptionally efficient? Absolutely safe? Unapologetically dependable in a world that changes too fast more than ever? So maybe the better question isn't, is the 2026 Camry the best family sedan? Maybe the real question is, what more do you honestly need? Because sometimes the greatest strength isn't being wild, loud, or revolutionary. Sometimes the greatest strength is being there every day, without fail. And that is what makes the 2026 Toyota Camry a legend. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cinematic breakdown of the 2026 Toyota Camry, hit that like button, subscribe for more engaging automotive storytelling, and let me know in the comments, would you choose the new Camry as your next family car, or has another sedan stolen your heart? Until next time, drive safe, stay inspired, and keep chasing the stories on the road ahead.